Okay, perfect. Good morning, everybody. Just kind of a reiteration of our Saturday call that we did a few weeks ago, and we're doing for a little bit. And really, what we're doing today is just kind of talking through what we want to make out of this Saturday call, kind of the point of it, and what we're going to be doing from here forward. I mean, really, this I know we all enjoy the community aspect of this call, and I know that we all get a lot out of hanging out and talking with each other, and obviously going through the discs. One of the goals that we really want to make out of this call is to help people move their business forward, and to not only keep the community aspect, but also continue learning with each other and kind of moving forward from here. I know that a lot of calls, and this is in talking with Dan, a lot of calls that they do, like different teams do on a basis, kind of like what we do here. They do them on a less frequent basis, and they do some teaching along with it, maybe some role playing, as well as just really making sure that they're like rewarding the people that are moving the business forward and are being active and plugging into the right steps that it takes to build this. So we're going to basically model what we're looking to do with this. Essentially out of that. So basically, we will be talking here for just a few minutes. I'm gonna kick it over here to John here in a second. He's going to go through a little bit more specifics, and then we'll have a little bit of Q&A. But yeah, just to kind of reiterate, we were doing a couple audios a week, and we talk through them and go through that. And a lot of that obviously is very beneficial to the team, and like we were talking about, creating the community, getting to know each other, that sort of stuff. And we're going to continue to do bits and pieces of that. We're just changing the format a little bit. So I definitely heard from a fair amount of people about where's the Saturday call, what's going on. So I know that we're doing something that people find valuable and enjoy plugging into. We just want to make this the most effective call that we can for people to get what they want to get out of this call. And most of us are here to not only support each other, but to also build a business. And so really what we want to do is kind of follow in the footsteps of people that are building a business and implementing calls like this. And we're just pretty much taking a page out of not a playbook that we made up, but a playbook that other teams are using to grow. And with that, I'll kind of kick it over to John here for a few more specifics, and then we'll kind of do some Q&A and get a plan in place and go from there. Yep, there you go, Dan.
Yep, I'm on. I had to. So good morning again, everybody, and I'm glad that, like Josh was saying, got a lot of inquiries, like what's happening with the Saturday morning, and a lot of interest. So I think that we were on the right move, but some of the things that the whole point about our Saturday morning calls, like Josh was saying, is to motivate folks to get great information from what we've got. But what we realized was, we were sharing CDs and information. If you're here just to, am I still there? All right. Improve yourself or your finance, then you got to get on system. You got to get into what Life Leadership has. Start listening to, Rascal Radio. What we started talking about, and it's, of course, the marketing system. It's got the CDs and stuff. We want you guys to listen to that. And that's really the key, is we want everybody to go to a point where you're going to our Saturday seminar, the once a month, that you're on the marketing system and getting 150 PV, because like Josh says, we're here. How we all became part of a community is we all joined a business that we wanted to get to our dream in one fashion or another. So it was approached to us that, we need to gear this in a way that encourages people to get to a Tuesday open. And the system is designed so that you go to a Tuesday open, and then you go to a seminar. And then from a seminar, you go to the major event. And through that process, you're going to learn that you need to, get on the marketing system. If you're going to a Saturday, that means you're on SOT. And then as time goes, you'll get to that 150. So the Saturday morning calls from this point on, we're going to structure it in this way, and then we'll open it up for any questions and answers so that you understand this. And I'm excited that we're having it on the first Saturday of this is March now. Wow. Okay, March already. See, man, we're a quarter of the year. Anyways, we want to have this at least once or twice a month. So on a Saturday, keeping it simple. We want to teach the success in much as possible. Maybe talk about, maybe get into a book club reading. I think we talked about once about that, and growing from that. And so this month, everybody's invited. We don't care where you're at in the business. In the next Saturday we have this month, for the month of April, this is March, April, first April, we want everybody to be on SOT. And then we go through that month again. So SOT is a standing order ticket where you're going to a seminar for the local where you're at. I know for some of you, I know like my cousin Joni, it's a drive for her. I think Rona and Nicole out there in Buffalo, that's a couple-hour drive as well. We understand that. I have a lady here in the Salem area. She gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and by the time she's done, she's been up like all day and exhausted, but she's going because she realizes how important that is. So, so that's the first month. So if you're on that, you get to attend our meetings as well, the Saturday morning meetings. Then the second month, which would be April, May, we want everybody to be on the marketing system because we are going to share great information. We're going to talk about what's on the marketing system, but instead of Josh handing out CDs and MP3 links, which is fantastic, we're going to talk about like last month's CD for this month, so that you guys have got the CD if you get a CD, or if you're like me, you get it electronically, you're already listening to it the first of the month. And then we'll talk about those CDs, and then we talk about that business as we go. And then by June, we want people to be on getting to the 150 PV, and that can be either by yourself, or you're buying $150 worth of product, or you got customers that you're selling one financial fitness pack, the green box. Like my cousin Kathy says, she's going to start grabbing some green box and showing it to people, and then letting them listen to it. She heard that from either Dan or Orrin, and showing them the green box so that this is what we've got and they can understand what we've got. And so by doing that and selling one box, she would meet that at least 100 of that 150. And then of course, being either on the financial fitness development or the personal development, that will meet your qualification. And as that person gets on that customer she sells, then she meets a customer qualification, she automatically is going to get 15% retail back from everything she sells. And that's really what we're trying to do, is we're trying to drive it so that if you're on this call, we want you to be on this call, but we want you to reach these different milestones. And if you're brand new, it's the same thing. The first month, you're welcome to join. You're part of the group as a brand new person. The second month, we want you to get onto the SOT, and that's what we're going to do. And this is an honor system. We're not. There's nobody going to police it. But what we're going to do is send this link out to the leaders, and the leaders will then disseminate it through. Because I'm finding out that as I'm sending out the link, like yesterday when I sent it out to everybody, I couldn't add Josh to the list because I'm only good for up to like 20 names on my texting. And so I had to resend him separately going, oops, sorry, I forgot you, or I couldn't add you or something like that. But anyways, so, and that makes this a group effort. You know, I don't want Josh to be the only one that sets up the Saturday morning link. But as we're going through the Saturday morning calls, hopefully we'll get to a point where we are talking about CDs on the marketing system. And like Josh said, doing some role plays and developing people so that, you know, you have the confidence and a little bit of background to talk to people about what we have to offer. And a good example, and I'm going to pick on Kathy because I was with her a couple weekends ago. We were up in Seattle, and she's just, you know, she's fired up talking to people about it. And, you know, she's like going, you know, she's just got to, she's learning how to and what to say about the financial fitness program. Well, the only way to do that is obviously get on the marketing system like she's is and attending the meetings. You know, I mean, you go to the meetings and you start thinking, well, I've seen this before. Well, if you can recite the Tuesday opens, fantastic. Now your job is to bring somebody new because it's the system and the community that helps them understand that. You can't be the magic. We don't want you to be the magic. We want the system to be the magic. And so we're hoping that as we go through this and these calls, that this becomes a better way of helping people and reaching out and teaching people what we've got. So, Josh, does that sound like I covered everything that, you know, we talked about with Dan?
Yeah, I think basically you really did hit all the points there, and just kind of reiterate, you know, when someone new gets started on the team, like really what we want this call to do and like what it's meant to do is to help people move forward and get to the place that they want to get to in this business. And the way that we're going to do that is just by putting the right pieces in place to move everyone down that road a little bit. And as we're all working together as a group, following those same steps. Again, this isn't something that we invented. This was something that you know, we talked to Dan a little bit about and how to grow teams and talking through this a little bit. But like doesn't everyone's starting today? It's like everyone's starting in the same spot. If someone new comes in, the same as we want them to plug into a system of sorts that's going to move them forward and help them move that business forward. We want to be doing that same thing with all the pieces that we have. Which includes, you know, attending the seminars, being on standing order ticket, using the marketing system. And if people are going to get to the dreams that they want to get to, like we can't shortcut any of those roads. Like we want to make sure that we're following the direction that we're going, and we want to make sure that like we know one way that works, and we want to do everything that we can to help those new people as well as people that are already plugged in here get to where they want to get to by following that system. So yeah, if someone joins next week, then basically they're going to have the same set. You know, the first month they're going to attend. Then if they're going to attend the second month, then they need to at least be on standing order ticket. The following month, at least marketing system, standing order ticket, and on down that road to 150 PV. So that now, like as we're bringing new people in that want to plug into this, like we know that by going to the monthly seminar and the Tuesdays and plugging into the marketing system, we know that we're moving that new person down the road in the direction that they need to go in order to be successful here. And we just want to make sure that we're really fostering that as much as possible. And what John just described there is the way to go about it. So, and like he mentioned, we'll still be going through some CDs from the marketing system. I think doing a book sometimes would be a good idea, like a book of the month type thing, and then we'll kind of mix it up. You know, we'll do some role playing stuff. We'll do more on helping people gain what they need to and go through like maybe even Q&A stuff on what it takes to actually go build this business and have everybody working on the same team, learning the same sets of skills and helping everybody succeed in that fashion. So by doing that, like I said, by putting in those pieces in place and making sure that this call isn't like taking the place of something, but rather is something that we're helping people plug into the things that already exist, as well as add something that's a community-based thing. So our team is getting together and working on those things together. That's how we'll go about helping everybody succeed and be on the same path and go in the same direction. So that's pretty much it. And we can go ahead, John, you have something?
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, you know, missing out for 2 weeks on a Saturday. Look, I mean, we've got 19 people today. It's like we're hitting a record here. So there's a lot of folks that were meant to, you know, I wanted to go out and reach Dee Dee's dream. I wanted to, you know, Mike and Shauna's dream and Colin's dream. I mean, our goal is to, you know, honestly, Rona is to help everybody on this call to achieve whatever they want to achieve. And making this call, really, we were providing great information. You know, Dee Dee got on SOT for this month. Fantastic. So then next month, you know, we got to find a way to get her on a marketing system. And then after that you know, get her out selling some financial fitness programs. And then it'll just, and then get that excitement going. You know, Dee Dee's on such a high right now with this program. You know, we don't want to miss that opportunity. So, absolutely. And if we got a new person on a call, Rand's call, my job is going to get them some of my CDs for that month. You know, like I shared some CDs with Brad and making sure he's on the call with the information so that, you know, they're not coming into the call not knowing what the topic is for that month. That's my role as signing them up, is to get them spooled up to say, hey, come to the Saturday. You're going to be brand new. You don't have to do anything but just sign on and here, listen to these CDs because this is what we're going to cover. Or talk about, you know, one of the top 5 books that we're covering. So, you know, that's what I would do. That's what Darren's done for me. And then hopefully, you know, as you guys are developing your team and your second leg, like Stanley went out and started his second leg. And so what he's going to do is duplicate, you know, what we're doing is providing Rob, the new guy, some information, you know. So anyways, that's it for me right now.
Yeah, same here. So let's go ahead and anybody have any questions on anything or any comments? I think we'll probably stick with, it seems like the first Saturday of the month seems to be a good way to go about it. It's easy to remember. It's already the first Saturday of the month right now. And so it seems to be kind of a good way to go about it. This is kind of a good starting place. And so who has any questions, comments, anything they want to throw in there? Mike's got something. Go ahead, shoot, Mike.
Hey, guys. I didn't catch everything this morning. I was goofing off, but John was talking earlier about he was talking about something. He was talking about not being the magic. And that to me is one of the reasons why I got involved with Life Leadership, because I didn't want to be the magic. I realized this was a community building. It didn't involve just me and or Shauna. It was a whole community of people as a business. And that's what appealed to me. And so I've done the magic before. I don't want to do it again. And so this is why I'm involved in this community building effort. One of the reasons, so that, you know, as a business owner that we are here, I think it's important to understand that aspect of what we do is we're not doing this by ourselves. We're constantly trying to build depth below that person on the tap and keep rolling as a team, as a community. So to me, that's huge. Because if I wanted to be the magic, I just go work a job the rest of my life and do that. So I don't want to do that. I've done that. It's not working out the way I want to do it. So, so that was huge. John said the magic part. I don't want to be the magic. That's why I'm in here. Hey, Dee. That's all I got. You guys are awesome, though.
Well, that's great. Like it is that really is one of the take-home points of all of this is we want to have a systematic approach with what we're doing that feeds into, again, a system that is going to help people move forward and kind of foster that process. And we just want to make sure that this call is fostering that process so that people are getting what they want to get out of this opportunity and out of life leadership and down that path. So again, yeah, what they both said, we're not the magic. We want to make sure we're referring to the magic and helping new people as they get started be using the system and in this process the same way that we are. So I'll unmute Colin here. Go ahead.
Hey there. Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Stanley for starting the second team. That's awesome. That's you know, it's so cool to see, you know, different levels of this. First thing, getting started trying to figure it out, and then trying to get to where we think we're like good at it, you know, like we're doing something, because there's always that point where we think maybe we can't do this, or, you know, we're not good at it or whatever. Getting those couple people started, and then there's that other level of starting your second team. So it's kind of cool to see that all happen. And so congratulations to Stanley for doing that, and obviously all the great leaders you're working with out there for, I'm sure helped you out, you know, through the process. So, you know, on my way here, I'm staring at the Lake Geneva here, and I love this place. I love this town. I would love to have a house on the lake. That's a bigger goal and dream. But on the way here, I passed a bunch of property. You know, first my dreams. I really didn't have a dream with this. Then it was like, you know, just to make some extra money, and then a nice car, you know, different things of that nature. And then on my way here, there's so much vacant land in the subdivision that I live in, that I built a house in 2000, and the land was going for like $5,000 a lot, like a buildable lot, and now it's like anywhere from 30 to 50,000. And you know, I could have done some things different with finances back then. I could have bought, you know, 5 lots instead. I bought a 500 horsepower Mustang. And so I'm driving through here, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I want to buy every lot I was driving by. And you know, that's kind of it just rekindled my dream, rechanneled it. Everything else will come later when I can, you know, get land and build houses and sell them type of thing. So my why is kind of re-ramping and changing. So as we're doing this, as we're revamping this call, and we're basically kind of held to a higher level of performance. I would just encourage everyone to revisit the why and write it down and write some goals down. Like, why are we kind of what are we gonna have to do to keep on this call? What are we gonna have to do to hit our why? What can we do to raise our bar to get a little more performance out of ourselves, not just for ourselves, but for the team? And one of the things I've been thinking of lately is I've been listening to Rob Robson's CD like crazy. It's by far the CD I've listened to the most times in a row. And I'm literally going to print out the script because he kind of breaks it up based on profession, realtor, insurance, mortgage broker, blah, blah, blah. He breaks up the intro, and then the call, and then the close, sending them the video, following up with the video, etc. So I'm going to literally like type out a script. And I'm going to go I'm going to go in beast mode. Like, and I was just thinking, you know, like, as he's starting a second team, or as he's starting a new team, and he gets somebody in a specific area, he's not going to drive to that area just to show a plan. He's not going to fly out to an area for one plan and get in a no-show. So what he does is he calls all the financial professionals in that area, realtors, mortgage broker, insurance, and he starts a team to then where he will go out. So, you know, I just got to thinking, you know, I'm not sure where the last couple people are from, but I know we've got a team out in Buffalo. Hey, Rana. And, you know, we've got a team out there in Buffalo. So I guess I want to kind of challenge everyone, or encourage everyone to challenge themselves. Maybe get a list of realtors and mortgage brokers and insurance people from the Buffalo area, and start going in beast mode and getting through the call, like turn ourselves into little mini call centers, because not only will it be productive if we all, you know, pitch in and do it, it will be, okay, no questions asked, it's a number game, but it's going to help us I shouldn't say more importantly, but it's going to help us with our skills. It's going to help us with that building rapport. It's going to help us to listen. It's going to help us to say the right things. It's going to help us to get over the fear of the phone. It's going to help us get over the fear of rejection. It's going to help us in every possible area, and it's going to develop the skills that we need to break through these barriers that we're going to, you know, we want to hit. So I almost want, and I need some accountability because I kind of threw some out there a few months ago or a few weeks ago where I was going to call some realtors. I can't remember what the number I said I was going to call, but I called like 2, which I know was less than what I said. And so if we can kind of develop like a beast mode accountability group, instead of like targeting where we're starting a second team, let's kind of do that. Wherever the new person's from, let's all zone in on that area and get a list of, okay, this person calls realtors, this person insurance, whatever. But as we're getting new people, like let's target that area and make that like our turf. So just a suggestion. I'm not saying everyone's got to play along, but I'm going to do it. But I do want some accountability, like a text or a call to say, hey, Colin, are you still in beast mode? What do you got going on? Are you doing this? Is it working? Things of that nature. So that's all I had. I'll let someone else.
I do like what you said there about revisiting the dream, because really that's what this is all about. I mean, whatever it is for, like, we're all going to be in different points of our business at this point, different, I guess, game plans of how to approach it, depending upon where you're at in the business, what kind of what your goals are, who you want to approach, things like that. Definitely practicing the skill sets are really what it's all about, and getting better at those skill sets. And what Colin said at the very beginning there is awesome about revisiting the dream. Like the book that I definitely can suggest is one of the top 5, being The Magic of Thinking Big. Making sure that you have focus a little bit on your why, and why and all of that is why we're pushing this call forward and following the steps that we kind of laid out. We want to make sure that people are following that plan to get to their why. So Colin shared a bit of some of his dreams there. So make sure that you are basically aware of that, whatever it is for you. We can talk like on a different Saturday about all the different ways to approach that. It's a whole nother topic. But really, we just want to make sure that people are on the same page with what we're doing moving forward here and why we're doing it. And really, the reason that we're doing it is to move everyone forward, give everyone the same track to run on, and be on the same plan with moving things forward. So that's all I've got. And I want to keep today's call pretty short, and we'll definitely follow up with you. Does anybody else have anything that they wanted to kick in there?
I do.
Go ahead, Jen.
I do want to also make this call, and jumping in, but also part of this call our business. So we got a biz launch. Who can talk about that? Unmute my cousin Kathy. What's her number?
So
I think it's 41. Oh, go, Mike.
It's hard to hear you the first part because you were all froze up.
Oh, we got a business launch this Sunday in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Who? All right. Where, and what time?
It's at Kathy's house at 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. So that's West Dallas. We got a business launch. If you've never been to a business launch, we recommend you going there, hanging out with the team. And it's a fantastic opportunity to associate at that point. And so very excited about that. And then, you're really promoting the next big thing. So for you guys in Wisconsin, you're promoting your Tuesday or the following seminar. We got Dan coming in on Monday. We're out here in the Northwest. We're fired up about it because we get to hang out with him. I know you guys get him all the time and everything out there in Wisconsin, but he's flying out for us on Monday. So our open on Tuesday is actually on Monday, and Brad and Stanley and everybody that's on this call, we're excited to get people to that Monday open so that we get them in front of Dan because, he is the magic for us. I mean, he's part of that system, so we think that's fired up. And then we're going to forward I lost it on Laura's phone, but we're going to forward I guess there's a house plan that the Hawkins are doing on March 9th. In Germantown, Wisconsin. So I don't know where that is to Mike and Josh and Russ and Warren and Colin. and Kathy, but Germantown, Wisconsin. You guys got funny addresses. Man, this is W162N9991 Mayflower Drive. That's like a coordinates. That's like your Latin long to some location.
Canadian.
Milwaukee.
That's funny. So anyways, that's on March 9th at 7:30 at this location. And we'll send out a text to, like I said, the purpose of this is that we don't want to miss anybody. And so we're going to, when Josh and I we're going to send it out to Colin and Paul and Don Hausner, and then Mike and Shauna, we're going to send it to all of you guys. And then from there, we want to disseminate it out. Each of us will have a group of people that we make sure that we cover everybody. So I'm going to apologize today for anything in the future. You might get a duplicate. We're going to try not to do it that way, but I'd rather you have one too many texts than not get anything at all from us. So apologize for that. So I'm going to shut up from now on, and let anybody else or anybody that hasn't talked, raise your hand or speak up.
Hello, everybody.
Go ahead, Dee.
Good seeing everybody on another Saturday Zoom call. I love these Zoom calls because I have better weeks when I have these. The last two, I missed you guys very much. So hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. First thing I wanted to say was I noticed when we have group texts, a couple of people are irritated about it. They don't know who's texting them. So if you can, since they don't get in the wraps yet, I guess they're new. I don't know if they're not new or they didn't program certain numbers in their phones. Could you please introduce yourself when you're texting, because they think you're talking directly to them and they have no clue if they're looking real fast if it's a group text, because they're saying, who is this? And, you know, they don't know who they're talking to and where do I know you from? And then we're having a whole different conversation than the one at hand. So I want to point that out. Because I seen that this morning, like, who is this? What is that? And then I'm like, oh, they're talking to me or are they talking to whomever? And so I see it's a lot of us. So if you could please, you don't have to, but this is just a suggestion. If you could
Let me add, great suggestion. Let me add this so that, because I don't want the group text to get to where you're having, a couple of private conversations with each other when you're hitting. Just respond to the person that texts. Individually. I think you do it that way, which is fantastic with me. And I know a couple other people, they'll text me individually going, hey, who's that? Or what did you, to get some clarification. The group text really should be for just, hey, this is what we're doing. And then if you got any questions, just go to the source on a private individual text.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I was just getting ready to say that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
On the same mind, on one accord. That's a good thing. So the next thing is, I don't know if you guys seen it, but I always dreamed of having my own recording studio, talk show, radio show. So I did start that up. It covers all topics, any other topics that you want to hear about, listen about. Just something extra, get stuff off your chest, vent, all that stuff. I provided a way for teams and people to come together. It doesn't always have to be about business, just an open conversation in and out on just some things we like to change, including leadership. So if I sent that link to you, I'm not a hacker. It was really me. I did send it to your messenger, and I think it was called Busy Lives. I think that's the first one I put out. It'll be consistent of 10 episodes. I'm still working on some stuff and trying to get the feel of Speaker Studios. That's where it'll be coming from. So my link and everything is down there for that, and the information on what the topic is about. So just need a little feedback on it. So that's what I did, just to open-ended, get everybody, break the ice, so people that don't know us, who wants to get to know, and just open it to the public, because I'm going to sponsor whoever do leadership or not. So I'm ready and fired up about that, and I'm on standing order ticket for Saturday, March 11th. I will see you guys there in person.
Awesome.
You'll meet me that day.
Perfect. Good job, Dee Dee. Yeah, it's all about taking the next steps, about the pieces that are going to move this forward, and that's a great example of exactly what you just did, is doing that process. So, yes, I think that we just wanted to kind of get some of those things covered and kind of what we're going to be doing kind of moving forward from here. And again, it's just about following the right steps to get the right results and going through the right process of doing so. And again, it's not a way that we made up. This is a way that that's been shown to work, and for many reasons. So I think we'll leave it at that. And why don't we'll be in touch with you guys, and so that'll be kind of the process. And I think we'll close it up with that. Good to go? Perfect. Sounds good. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be in touch. This will keep moving forward. The Saturday call is not leaving. It's just changing a little bit, and it's changing in a way that's going to move the whole team forward. So good seeing you all your faces again, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Goodbye.